to What If Civilization Started Over. This is episode 1, and in Iberia. So, it all starts up here in Galicia. And honestly, by the way, I got this idea from adizzpro. Obviously, you should know him. If you're here, you probably know who he is, because he's the one who started all of this. But yeah, put a link to his channel in the description. So this is what it looks like so far. So gray is undiscovered land, the white is discovered land, and so civilization started from Galicia and it's extending outward, and after 1,000 years we get our first country. Our first country, the red team. First they claim this, and they claim this river, and up here, and then they connect. And this is what it looks like so far. Expand more along the coast. Expanding, but then they realize they can't expand both ways anymore, and they don't know which way they should expand now. So the country splits in two. So the reds will stay over here, and then the blues will be on the right, and now you have the blue team. So the red team will be going down, and the blue team will be going to the right. Now they can expand even faster, so they don't have to go to each, and go more inward into the desert. Red country expands deeper south, while the blue country expands east. They encompass this river. I think that's how you use it, or whatever. Yeah, they expand this river, and now we get our first major cities, our major settlements or whatever. So the first will be right here, second will be right here. Those don't become capitals yet, but those are cities, but like they're not fully like capitals yet. We get more cities. These are the 4 cities we have so far. And then let's also be in here, also be doing a trade layer. So this is trade. So the black, you see so these yellow dots are the cities. You see slightly bigger yellow dots, those are capitals, and this black line are trade routes. And then red and blue team are trading. The trade routes go from major city to major city. Not hiding that so far. And I also have this IRL border layer where we can see all the IRL borders. I'll be hiding that for now. A few more 100 years later, I'd say 100 years later, we get the capital and get our first king. And then this king is bad. This king forces most of the people to expand. He wants to expand. Not a lot of people like this king. not all the people are in his rule. So he makes the first ever army. It's pretty weak, but it's still more than the blue team has. And they go into this major city and take over this one. Take over this major city. And the blue team can't really do anything to stop it since they don't have an army. They go really slowly, but they are pushing in. People in the blue team try to stop them, but they get to this major city, and the two major cities of the blue team has been captured. These are the two major cities. So it's basically over for the blue team. So they keep expanding, and then eventually these people break away, like start rebelling or like form their own country, but the red team won't stop, and they take over everything. Annex everything, and then he just starts expand. He goes across this road. The red team expands or explores this river, and eventually it's in all of this, and then go north. And it's also forcing people from here to go south. And they eventually cross the Strait of Gibraltar and find Africa. Like it starts getting like really hot. I think this is where the Sahara Desert might start further down, but that doesn't matter. They don't like it here. They don't want to go further. They think they get lost, so they go back up and go across and go over here. Some people start running away and go back down here. And then they all here. They settle down, and more people start joining, and they expand like this. And then on the red team starts expanding too. They get all of this river and everything else. They start expanding everything, and then the king finds out about this. And the king not the king, the red team gets really close to here. But thankfully, they don't get to there. So the green team is safe. The team starts exploring up in France, and they almost get to Brittany. And they find these rivers and start exploring them. And back over here, they expanding. The red team's expanding until basically the people have enough and they rebel. Like half of the army also are rebelling from the sky. So it starts from down here, attacking. They will since not all of the army, not all of the half of the army that doesn't like the king has started rebelling. So, more and more of the army is trying to change sides. They will push this to get even more rebellions. Over here, we have purple team rebellion that starts in here and expands this river. And that was a problem. Now they're fighting a two-front war. So they get this from here. Oh wait, did I say two-front war? Actually, three-front war. And most of the army is gone. So the red team is cooked. They do have some. They do win some. They push away this. The orange team tries to get to the major city. The red team is able to push them, get to this river. Are able to separate these two, crushing this little one. But this one doesn't fall, so they are to do really good. the red army down here be able to push from below and get back some sea access, and is able to take that and now circle, and then down here the stuff things down here easily fall over to the cyans or the light blues, and they're able to push in both the orange team and blue. Both the orange and blue team are able to split this major city. Orange team pushes further into the purple team, and eventually the red team falls. Orange team gets land here. You get that major city and land around it. And so the borders are like that. This isn't the capital anymore. And now they have new capitals. They have new kings that are like really good. I don't know about the king system, but like these kings are good to the people. So people like these kings because like they're way nicer than the old king. More major cities are built, and green team gets their first two, and they explore more of Africa. Inland, and here, eventually, the cyan and green team meet, and like the green team's confused because like they're like, or like they think it's the red team at first, but they realize it's not red team. Kind of, not. Well, they realize the king's not in power anymore, and like they're like confused. They're friendly to each other, and then these countries expand. And so green team. Green team also expands. So that's it for this episode. So yeah. So like, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And if you like it, consider if you like this video, consider liking the video, obviously. So yeah, peace out, bye.